Good afternoon, everyone. My name is James Carpenter. Some of you out there know me, some of you don't. I'm an older man, 69 years old. Grew up, born in '54, so I grew up in a good time as far as the earth goes because we didn't have cell phones, computers, and all that nonsense. You still got up off your butt and flipped channels on a TV, and if you didn't have an outside antenna, you played with the rabbit ears. But yeah, I remember them good old days, and I remember sitting at the kitchen table as a family and eating a meal. I mean, there's a lot, and not locking your door. You didn't have to lock your door. There was nothing to be concerned about. But we're living in different times. Obviously, 54 to 24, that's a considerable amount of time, 69 years. I've seen a little bit in my lifetime. I'm glad that I was offered the opportunity to be born in the 50s because the way I describe it is we came from the World War II generation and they lightened up on us. Well, my dad wasn't real light, but it could have been worse. We learned how to work. We worked in the garden. We mowed the grass. We did our own laundry. We did all that. My mom had 7 kids. She cleaned that house every single day. So there's just what I see today. I've been taking physical therapy for my shoulder repair. And I go to the lobby and there could be 5 or 6 other people sitting around and they're all glued to their cell phones. And I'm sitting there just looking around going, really? In all actuality, this is my cell phone. It's the old flip phone. I don't need all that technology following me around. I prefer to have a simpler life. But the reason I'm having this conversation with you today is I have always been in this state of being prepared. In other words, you never know what life might throw at you. And, I'm not a dooms guy or doomsday guy. But, we are living in a world where there's always the possibility of somebody accidentally firing a nuke or firing one on purpose and then all-out nuclear war starts. Hopefully that don't happen because actually that's probably going to be the end of the planet as we know it. It will look like Mars, one big desert. I just think that an EMP strike is a possibility. If you don't know what an EMP strike is, it's an electromagnetic pulse, and what it does is they detonate it in the upper atmosphere, and it can they literally have EMPs today that can take out a whole continent. So they could do the United States, Mexico, and Canada at the same time if they wanted to. So there's always that possibility. And then there's natural disasters and even your own, maybe you lost your job, now you're broke. There's all kinds of reasons why you can be devastated in life. So this is going to be, the video today is going to be pretty simple. I wanted to rant about what we just talked about. And honestly, if you like what I'm talking about, put it in the comments because I'll be honest with you. I watch a lot of YouTubers myself and I watch the prepper videos. I watch all kinds of videos. I just love YouTube. That's all I watch is YouTube. It's so educational. As long as you can sort out the garbage, which I have a pretty good ability of doing that. So what we're going to do today is part of that preparation. Okay, so I've talked about this in other videos, but I've got kind of a relationship. To be quite honest with you, it's with someone that's affiliated, in other words, a supplier or a negotiator for habitat in the local area here. And I built this relationship with this guy, and he's always got deals. That's the best way I can describe it. And I'm not going to get into all the deals, but I am going to talk about the one that we're going to look at here today. Okay, so basically, this cart and the cart came from this Habitat connection, and that's a nice cart. It's an old school cart, got the heavy duty wheels. I don't know if I can even guesstimate how much weight is on this cart right now. But these boxes you're looking at here, and there's two different kinds, like for example, you got this. There's not another one open right now, or I'd show you another one. But the majority of these boxes are going to be these small boxes. There's several of them on the cart. You're seeing them. We're going to go through one of them on camera, and we'll go through the rest of them at my own leisure. I don't want to bore my subscribers. So I'll set the camera back up, and I'm going to walk over here and sit down, and we're going to see what's in one box. And remember, there's several boxes. Oh, I forgot, that's on wheels too. I like having stuff on wheels. That way I can move it around, I can sweep behind it and all that. And I really like keeping one table available for projects like this. So you're probably wondering what this cardboard box full of fasteners is for. And this was a donation that went to Habitat, and what they were cedar swing sets. They had slides and everything. They even had a little playhouse. Okay, so my connection decided that the cedar was probably more valuable if it was parted out, because there was 4x4s in there and all kinds of stuff. So he sold all the cedar, and he had all the fasteners to put the swing set together. So everything you see in this box is what it would take to assemble a cedar swing set. Now I guess these swing sets sell for over $1,000. I guess they're pretty nice. But that's immaterial. I'm far from paying that much money for just the fasteners. So let me open up the box here. Okay, it looks to me like, oh, we just got a couple nice, long, look like about an 8-inch so, like a carriage bolt. Here's some that's about 5 inches long. There's 3 of them in this bag. Here's 2. Of course, they separated all of them out because they go in different locations on the swing set. Here are some maybe 1.5 ones, 2 inch. Well, believe it or not, we got 4 washers. Okay, these, I don't know if you can see them on camera, but I really think these things are cool. You drill a hole in a piece of wood and you hammer that down in there, and now you can put one of these bolts into that piece of wood. So I really think those are nice. I like those. Here's just a couple long screws. Here's pretty good sized bag of what looks like about 4, maybe 4.5 inch lag bolts. This is real nice. I don't know how well the camera will show it, but they're almost like a deck screw. I mean, they're just a second. Oh, they're star bits, and they're heavy duty. You know, they're not coated for pressure treated wood or anything, but they're still really nice screws. Alright, so here's 4 bolts. Look like they're about 6.5 inches long. Another bag. This time we got more washers. I'm not sure how many's in there, but it's considerably more than 4. Some more lag screws, a little bit shorter than the other ones. This is nice, and for some of you guys out there, you know them locking nuts. These are all locking nuts, which is, what the heck, pretty good deal, huh? All right, now we're getting to the bottom of the barrel here. What we have here are the brackets that tied the swing set together, probably for the legs and different things like that. Basically, it's just a piece of formed steel. It's got holes drilled in it, which is nice. It's either painted or powder coated, one. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. All right. Now, we just seen what's in one box. Earlier, I showed you all the boxes. What I'll do is I'll go through every single one of them, and I'll put all this size stuff together, all this size stuff together. And I'm going to wind up with a very large inventory of fasteners. But I encourage you, the next time you're in Home Depot or Lowe's, you go down where the fasteners are and see what they want for just 1 bolt even, because they're sold individually when they're this big usually, or sometimes you can get a whole box. But you're not going to get it for the price that I paid for this box. I paid $10 for everything I just got done showing you. Now a lot of people think, well, what do you need all that stuff for? Well, it goes back to that preparation. All right, if things get tough, and let's say we have one of them EMPs and there's no more electronics and the whole country's at a standstill, I basically have set myself up to where I'm my own warehouse. I mean, when you got, this is just the tip of the iceberg. I could show you so much stuff. Matter of fact, my family members, they get on me for doing this, but I've been doing this for, gosh, I bet 50 years, since the 70s. You know, back then they called us survivalists. And we were always prepared. We had the bug out bag. We had, well, I can't use that word, but we had objects that can create harm, so to speak. I think you get the idea. So you've got a stockpile of that, stockpile of food, stockpile of water, stockpile of medicine, stockpile of radio equipment that's you crank. You got meters for checking for radiation. All that is part of my life right now. I feel like that if they were to do an EMP tomorrow. The thing that's going to be worse for me is electricity, but I do have 2 generators. At some point, I'd really like to get a nice one, a Generac, and do the whole house or the whole facility. But that's not in the budget right now. But I do have a couple generators that would keep a few things going for a while. But actually in these situations, you know, the gas pumps all dry up, the grocery stores all dry up, everything dries up. And eventually even the water treatment plants aren't working properly. Maybe the water tower goes dry, nobody's replenishing the water. Is that water even safe to drink? And then you've got all these people. Let's take a city like New York City. All those people, and imagine the grocery stores got wiped out on the first day. The fuel dried up by the 3rd day. And now people's getting hungry. And maybe they have a family and they're going to do what they have to do to provide for their family. So if that means taking something from your family, so be it. But if you're prepared, you at least stand a snowman's chance. Okay, so I haven't opened up like this. I had this YouTube channel for a while. And, you know, I've been doing the basic stuff like a lot of YouTubers do, yard work and all that. And, you know, you can only see so much of that. But if you're interested in some of the stuff that I talk about, by all means, put it in the comments. If there's enough interest, I'm going to lean more towards the survival thing, you know, keeping people informed and so on. So with that being said, I do want to say I appreciate you taking time to listen to me, first of all, and time to view my channel. Obviously, we always got to ask, you know, if you like my content, like it. You know, when I watch YouTube, if I like it, I always give them a like. That's to me, that's part of the deal. Anyhow, I'm going to sign off now, and I appreciate you watching my videos. Thank you.